I'm with Steve Brooks from Steve's Family Auto. Steve, hello.
How you doing?
Good. I was just wondering if you could tell us a few things about how to prepare for winter with our vehicles.
Yeah, well, right now, with the weather still being in that in-between range, when it starts to get colder, a lot of things you see is, tires losing some pressure, or you see the battery, maybe starting to act a little different. Those are a couple of big ones that everybody looks at with knowing weather. But beyond that would be, a lot of the fluids, making sure all that stuff's, up to par. The car's going to get exerted a little heavier at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. What about tires?
The tires itself, beyond the air pressure, to help grip the road properly and, being set to the right level would be the tread as well. Especially get a little snow around here and ice. Definitely help you out with that.
Now, tell us a little bit about your history in Perrysburg as a local business owner.
I grew up outside of the area, and my father-in-law grew up in this area. Okay. So we moved out here about 2006, and I background in vehicles, looked to try to do something and give a family orientated auto repair in the area. And came across the location here in 2009. Started, with the family, kind of put it together, and we've expanded a little since then. But in general, just looking to try and give the repair to the customer, of the family thing, advising, somebody part of the family or, a friend. And we are a business, but on the other end, try and give you that personal edge with it.
So what gives Steve's Family Auto the personal touch that separates it from a national chain or like a Midas or something like that?
In general, it's we're all repairing vehicles, but here we try and just give you the option. It's your car, and our main goal is to make sure it's fixed right and that you're safe. Mm-hmm. On the other end, there's everybody kind of has different things that need to be done. No car is the same, and we just try and address that for you, and that's really where we come into it.
And you'd say it's the personal touch of like maybe taking care of a neighbor or a friend or something like that more than just being a customer, right?
Exactly. People come in and they do feel like, we've known each other a long time. We do have that relationship with a lot of customers.
And I think that's really cool, and that's definitely part of the appeal. So how much would you say education plays into what you do here?
And as far as, myself and Mark, we both try and advise the customer and really give them the options, and a lot of that is talking to them and making sure they understand what's going on with the car. But really that's it, and that does take a little bit more time, but at the end, it's about making sure everybody's on the same page.
Right. So you'll walk through, what needs to be fixed on someone's vehicle if they have no clue what you're talking about.
Yep, and try and help them understand. Some people have no care whatsoever to say, I don't need to know this, But again, if they want to know, or we like to make sure at least they have the opportunity to know it, because it's something they can learn about it too, to make sure they understand their car.
Right, and I think that's something that definitely makes Steve's Family Auto stick out from the back. So how could people reach you if they want to set up an appointment?
Really, by phone's the best and easiest way to get in, 419-931-1900. We are on Facebook. We can get messages through there. We do have a website as well, stevesfamilyauto.com. Mm-hmm. You can go in through that way, and you can email us, stevesfamilyauto@gmail.com. Either way, you can really get a hold of us. The best is to call and set up an appointment. We're here Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 6, and Saturday, 8 to 4.
Well, Steve, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
This has been Michael Sandel with the Perrysburg Digital Media Club. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for coming on board as a student sponsor. What are your thoughts on this program?
Again, I just think this is a great program for anybody because, again, you're getting the news out there, helping people be informed. And again, I like to watch videos. I like to see things locally on my iPad or on my iPhone as I'm eating my lunch or anything. Instead of a newspaper, I do like the video portion of it. So having kids like you come out and interview, I think is great.
So what other community activities do you support?
We're involved in the local chamber, high school sports here in Perrysburg, Children's Miracle Network, and the Perrysburg Police Department programs.
Well, thank you for all you guys do for the community.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Well, thank you for coming on board as a student sponsor. So what are your thoughts on this program?
I think this program is absolutely wonderful. I love that young kids are getting inspired and learning something, keeping them out of trouble. doing things they love, and just growing, because you never know if this is something you want to do one day. This is a great experience for you.
Thank you for all you do for the community.
You're very welcome.
Thank you for coming on board as a student sponsor. What are your thoughts on this program?
We are really involved in the community, and we love sponsoring youth that want to get more involved in careers. So thank you for doing what you do for us.
What other activities are you involved with the community?
We're involved with Perrysburg Rotary, Perrysburg Chamber of Commerce. We also serve on boards for the YMCA of Greater Toledo, Mobile Meals of Toledo, as well as the Boys and Girls Club of Toledo, and we serve all of those on a regular basis. We do volunteer programs with all of them and just really support the programs that they offer in our community.
Thank you for being our sponsor.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being one of our student sponsors. What are your thoughts on this program?
I think it's outstanding to give young people an opportunity to get some experience in the real world, which the real world comes real quickly to you. As you know, you're a senior, and it's going to come to you real quick, and it's great. And as a community small business guy, I'm all about the shop local, live local. All my employees, I have about 12 employees that live locally, and I try to explain to them to shop and support the local schools and businesses as much as possible.
What other community activities are you involved in?
We like to support the various my church that I go to and the various schools, basically Perrysburg, Anthony Wayne schools, Maumee schools. Those seem to be the biggest schools locally, and then any kind of local small business owner. I'm all for trying to help out.
Thank you for all that you do for the community.
Well, thank you for your time this morning.